About a year ago, when I was objectively worse at making these videos, but better at sticking to an upload schedule, I noted that Rib Mountain no longer had campsites due to changing priorities and shifting budgets. Instead of trying to forge ahead in a park with steadily decreasing camping attendance, the DNR had reassigned some of that money to the new facilities at Harrington Beach State Park. After paying this lakeside getaway a few visits, I get it. It's not that Rib Mountain isn't, but Harrington Beach is definitely a park worth the state's time and money. Join me for the next few minutes, and we'll see if it's worth yours too. In a couple different ways, Harrington Beach hits the sweet spot for a state park. It's about 30 minutes north of Milwaukee, so it's quiet, but not deserted. It seems well funded, but the Chicago tourists usually beach themselves elsewhere. And it's big enough to spend the weekend, but it would be difficult to get lost here. These 700-odd acres of prairie, swamp, and sand pack in quite a lot to do. Of course, there's the obvious draw of Lake Michigan, but the Great Lake isn't even the most interesting water in this park. That distinction, at least in my mind, goes to the Quarry Lake, which can be found slightly inland. How many parks at this point have I talked about that used to be quarries? I guess 4 out of 23 episodes isn't too bad. Yes, this is another remnant of Wisconsin's industrial past, but here, the images are all the more ethereal. Just under this emerald green water, you can see the skeletons of the great machines that once crushed limestone into powder. This only makes you wonder more. What other history lies submerged? The park, for their part, will have none of your curiosity. Oh, you can read about limestone mining and the whole village here it once supported, but you can forget trying to experience this historic well for yourself. Never mind that the limestone cliffs and cedar trees would make this the most picturesque swimming hole this side of the state. All you can do is watch the water from afar, as omnipresent life preservers taunt you from their posts. As a consolation prize, you can walk around the entire lake. The trail that encircles it offers some great views, but the call of the water doesn't get any less urgent, no matter how many laps you take. The main thing preventing people from jumping in and taking a life preserver with them is that Lake Michigan is still right there. To preserve the adjacent woods and swamp, the beachside parking lot is kept relatively small. It's more than enough for weekday traffic, but on the weekend, a shuttle runs between the beach and the campground, so people staying the night don't have to deal with finding a spot. A point of land divides the shoreline into 2 sections. To the north lies the swim beach in all its sandy glory. Everything south of the point is generously described as a dog beach. If your dog truly loves water, this could be a great place to take it swimming, but this is not the place to strap a pool noodle to Fifi and try her first time getting wet. Thankfully, the swim beach is much more welcoming. This smooth plain of white sand slopes gently down into the lake. It provides plenty of room for swimming, wading, or just lying about completely dry. Those who take the landlubber route will appreciate the wall of trees on the beach's west edge. Though they ensure that you will never see a sunset at Harrington Beach, you're unlikely to get an afternoon sunburn, too. When night falls, you could extend your stay using one of the fully modern campsites, or you could join a scheduled stargazing event, which make use of the park's on-site telescope. In light of recent events at Harrington Beach, I guess I should add, don't ever swim in a storm. 6-foot waves may present an irresistible opportunity for body surfing, but save that for your next trip to the water park. Real waves can generate dangerous rip currents, and people really do die from swimming in rough water. That said, on a nice day, Harrington Beach is everything I could want from a state park. Though summer is over, we're bound to have a few more random heat waves this year. If you want to squeeze in one last day at the beach, Harrington could be well worth the trip. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to Clarion Broadcasting so you don't miss the next, and comment where you want me to go in the future. For Clarion Broadcasting, I'm Sean Bull, and I'll see you in 2 weeks on another Parks and Landmarks.